Hello, everyone. Thank you for coming to our webinar today. My name is Shun Kubota, Editor-in-Chief of Mogura VR and the organizer of this event. Mogura VR is the largest VR AR publication in Japan with over 11 million visitors per year. Thank you for coming. We have also been host to XR Kaigi, Japan's largest VR AR conference, which has been held annually since 2019. So this is the 2019 version of the event in Akihabara in Tokyo. And 2020 totally online with virtual expo and online sessions and etc. And this year, 2021, with this kind of the keynote with mixed reality keynote and with upgrade version of virtual expo. So today's XR Kaigi Mini is a spin-off event of XR Kaigi. It is the first of an English language webinar series to introduce the trends and initiatives of Japanese VR, AR, Metaverse industries to professionals outside of the country. This inaugural XR Kaigi Mini event will detail the unique happenings and trends in Japan's social VR and Metaverse space. The Metaverse, a hot topic globally, is making waves in Japan as well, but in the country's own unique ways. Various efforts and initiatives can already be seen in the field, such as the recreation of locales from popular anime and manga, or the visualization of real-life cities and conventions led by the city's local governments themselves. Today, 6 companies representing the Japanese metaverse industry will take the stage today to share their efforts and knowledge. I hope you will learn something new today and I hope you will learn something new today, and this will become a good opportunity to get to know new businesses, technologies, and trends in the region. So let's start with Kato-san, CEO of Cluster Inc. Thank you for coming today, Kato-san. I'd like to turn things over to him.
Hi, thank you for your introduction. So let me share my screen. Hello, I'm the CEO of Cluster, a company which operates a metaverse platform. Thank you for having me here today. Okay, let me introduce myself first. I'm Naoto Kato. You are seeing me in my avatar form, this blue bird, can you see? But in the real world, I look like this photo. After attending graduate school, Kyoto University, I spent 3 years as a shut-in in Japanese hikikomori. During this hikikomori time, I came across the impressive VR device, Oculus Rift. And Oculus Rift development kit, which prompted me to establish this company, Cluster, 6 years ago. We started Cluster, a metaverse platform, in hope that everyone will be able to hang out with their friend and express themselves from home. Our company is located in Tokyo and run by 85 employees, and we have raised about 1.5 billion in funds so far. And this is a promotional video that showcases our service. In Cluster, you can enter the virtual space in an avatar of your choice, and play game with friends, communicate with others, and even go to music concert. A product was launched 4 years ago and is already enjoyed by many users. Characteristic of Cluster is that you can access a platform from not only VR devices and also smartphone and PCs. It is truly a metaverse platform that is accessible from anywhere and everywhere. Cluster is comprised of 3 components: create and play and gather. At first, Cluster, our company, was a service aimed at hosting virtual event. So we have dedicated features for virtual event. In Cluster, there are various events being held every day. And this is what makes the main source of our revenue. Moreover, we publish the tool for creators to create content in the virtual space for free in the form of a creator kit. There are many people who create new content, interact with other users, and in some ways live in Cluster every day. Our business has 2 large divisions: platform and enterprise. The enterprise division works with corporate customers who are looking to hold virtual event, and we manage everything from planning to production to running the actual event on the day. The business model of the enterprise division forms the core of the company. This established model of the enterprise division generates huge profit, which can be used for the platform division as an investment into building ideal metaverse platform. On Cluster, we already have a system where users can create 3D CG content for free and live within the virtual world. Now let's explore the platform and the enterprise division in detail. We'll begin with the enterprise division. Today, we have created and managed many corporate events. Among our list, you can probably recognize yellow Pikachu from Pokemon. So we are proud to have managed events for world-class IP holders such as Pokemon and Disney. For instance, we have officially recreated the famous Shibuya Crossing virtually, an iconic tourist location in Tokyo. By the way, the little blue bird walking around in this video, it's my avatar. This project received wide media coverage, especially on TV. Speaking of Shibuya, it is well known for its Halloween. Close to Halloween, the city is crowded by many people in original costume. However, for the last 2 years, people were not able to gather due to the effect of the COVID pandemic. So Shibuya urged people to come to the virtual version of Shibuya. In the virtual Halloween event, a total of 550,000 people gathered for the music concert, DJ event, and fan meeting, among the other virtual events. Another example, this one is a scene from a Disney game recreated in the virtual world. Halloween event for Disney Twisted Wonderland, a popular mobile game, was hosted on Cluster. Since mobile game is 2D, we received very enthusiastic feedback about the 3-dimensional and realistic feel of game setting in the virtual space. Next, we have a theme park. Like the others, this was an officially commissioned project where we created a virtual Pokemon theme park in the virtual space. In this park, users were able to ride Ferris wheel and the trolley, as well as play mini games such as escape game, making it fun experience for children and adults alike. We also have experience in building a baseball stadium to virtual reality. This is a recreation of an actual stadium, and fans were able to gather and watch the baseball game together in the form of public viewing like this. This is a project with Sony Music Entertainment, where we held a virtual music concert. With our product, Cluster, we have a feature to sell event ticket. For this concert, we sold ticket at 5,000 yen, and many people joined to enjoy the experience. And in this event, users can watch anime with the voice actors. Cluster is versatile. We can even create a movie theater-like space, like this one. You might recognize the anime they are watching here. It's a Sword Art Online. It's very famous and popular Japanese anime about the VR technology. So because of Cluster's accomplishment and the consideration we give around comfort and safety of each event, we have also been selected for government project. This is a virtual event about the transitioning into a carbon neutral society commissioned by the Ministry of Environment of Japan. Even compared on global scale, Cluster is a platform that hosts various events. When Cluster launched in 2017, most people did not have a clear idea of what virtual event was, but increasingly, we saw a rise in the number of events accelerated by the restriction around the pandemic. So that 2020, a total of 1,500 public events were held. This year, we have already surpassed this number. So we also want to stress that Cluster is not only leading company in the number of events, but also attendance and the revenue. Please reach out to us if you'd like to hold a virtual event. Next, we'll move on to the platform division. We provide a tool and the system to create virtual content to creators free of charge. Creators can easily create 3D CG spaces in Cluster in the form of world with just a PC and Unity software. As we also provide a mechanism to create gimmicks, it is even possible to create a game. Cluster is a platform where you can create and play to your heart desire. Let us take a look at how the platform is being used. Everything in this video was created by not by our staff, but by our users. You can see some users on vehicle and others at music festivals. Some people are making games for fun, while others are relaxing as a chat at a cafe or a bar. You can see here that Cluster is a basis of a new lifestyle in the virtual world. The feature which allows users to create worlds in the virtual space was only launched about a year ago. But just in this year, there have been over 5,000 published worlds and games. Cluster has become a platform with many users and creators, but we are still short of creating a system where avatars and virtual items can be bought and sold. But these updates are on the way, so we hope to continue developing cluster by implementing a system for creators economy. So as you saw today, Cluster is a unique company which is made up of two pillars, a working business model based on making virtual events, and the platform hosting user-generated content. Under our slogan of accelerating human creativity, we continually strive for the realization of a metaverse. Thank you for your time today. That's all.
Thank you, Kato-san. If you want to ask any question to Cluster, please contact him on from the description of the YouTube channel below the video. Okay, so let's go on to the next presenter. The next speaker is Araki-san from Mono Eye Technology Inc. Thank you for coming today, Araki-san. He's an event director at the company. So Araki-san, please begin.
Thank you for introduction. And is the document shown on the screen right now? Okay, I think it's shown. Hello, so my name is Takaoki Arai, and event director for XR Cloud project in Mono Eye Technology. And we are providing a metaverse space called XR Cloud that makes large amount of people to join events. And today I would like to introduce XR Cloud with some of our past projects and also about what unique systems I use. And this document is uploaded on the drive. So if you want to read in more detail, please have a look after my presentation from the link in the description. First, I would like to introduce ourselves. We are Mono Eye Technology based on Kobe City. We are developing online games and online communication tools for virtual space since we are established. As we also provide a middleware of concurrent connection system. We are a company not only developing games, but has a knowledge of developing online connection systems. We have offices in Kobe and Tokyo with 116 employees. We provide XR Cloud, AI auto testing system, and middleware business. And XR Cloud is a platform developed for a large amount of people to join the event online, such as virtual office, live viewing, exhibition showroom, or conference, and so on. And it is specialized for many people to join the event at the same time. For example, this is an event called NeoCAD. Work with an illustration posting service called Pixiv. We held a fan-made comic sales exhibition where you can also purchase a comic or illustrations. And there is a video clip you can see is actually in here. Oops. Excuse me. Just a moment, please. So in NeoCAD, we provided a service including making a program to make a platform that fits what events wants to do. By uploading an avatar to XR Cloud's website through an avatar uploading service called VirtualCast that Pixel has, that made visitors able to use their own creative avatar in the venue. And it is a fan-made comic market. So we developed a feature to pick a comic for trial reading. And if you liked it, you may be able to purchase a product in XR Cloud through the Pixiv's ichi website called Booth. That's like shown in the video right now. Then the book will be delivered to your registered address after the purchase. And those purchased items will be added to players' inventory, and they can let their avatars bring the book on its hand like this. So the players can show what they purchase and walk around the venue with it. And of course, every other avatars in the screen are controlled by other players. So the event itself was a metaverse. And by using XR Cloud SDK, we also developed features that visitors could take a train from Yoyogi Station to go to International Exhibition Center Station, where one of the biggest exhibition venues is located in the real world. And visitors can take the train to go to the entrance like this. And from the station, they will be able to walk to the entrance and choose the area to join. For the next video, so this is the next example. This is an event called Digital Koshien, was business showcase. And the virtual venue was based on the actual famous baseball stadium, Koshien. And this is the scene that hundreds of audience are listening to conference on the main screen in the infield area of the stadium. As you can see the video, hundreds of avatars will be shown in the same virtual space, and they all can talk to each other, listen to the conference, or also exchange their business cards. And clicking on the screen makes it possible to show the conference in the full screen. And showing this next video, each exhibitors are exhibiting each booth. And you can also ask staff through the voice chat for more details or learn more from the poster or video that is exhibited in the booth as a panel. This event was well received. We could invite famous politicians or celebrities for a conference, and it was an event we could successfully have 50,000 of visitors through 4 days of the event dates. And this is the concept of XR Crowd. There's a lot of information on this page, so I will introduce a summary of the system. So please download the document for more detail if you're interested. So the XR Cloud is powered by a massively multiplayer online connection system. This system is based on an engine called Monobit engine that is developed by our middleware project. And with our knowledge of our experience on developing MMORPG games, it has systems to connect you frequently to players within a certain distance. So with this system, up to thousands of players can be connected in the same virtual space. And having separated multiple virtual spaces will make it able for much more people to join the event. And that is making those huge events to be possible. And all those players also can use a 3D voice chat that volume will be increased or decreased automatically based on the distance between the avatars. And XR Cloud is also supporting multi-device, so no real device is needed to join. It is supporting both PC and smartphone and also PC VR device. And by using the cloud gaming system, visitors will also be able to join through their web browsers. And this is the event I mentioned already, so I will skip. And this is the next example. It is an event where a high school student could join each country's representatives to challenge examination and learn other cultures. This event used to be held in a designated country, but under the COVID situation, the event was held online this year. So we developed an English version of XR Cloud and distributed to the software to students. We also installed a feature that allows students to upload their picture to put their face on their avatar. Hundreds of people could join the opening and closing ceremony, an attraction area where students can learn other countries' cultures. This is Kobe meeting. It is an event held by Kobe City, and mayor attends the event to exhibit their activities in the booth, and there were also a presentation from the mayor to promote their city. And in this event, we scanned mayor himself and put into a 3D avatar so that he could appear like himself in the event. And this is the Naoto that I mentioned already. And there was also an event called Naoto 1.1 as an after party. The artist called Neko Hacker appeared in the area as a huge avatar to do a live performance with flashy effects. And this call and response with hundreds of audience by using the voice chat. And it was VTuber group called Nihon Retto's fan appreciation event held by Chukyo Television. 100 of fans joined the event and gathered in a virtual Shibuya. They enjoyed the attractions such as local quiz or relay, and one-by-one talking session was well received. I heard that one of the fans was moved and starting crying in the session by meeting the eyeball. And here's some video about this event. So the visitors only needed their smartphone to join by uploading the app. And this is a virtual Shibuya that we created. And normally these kind of events have around 20 visitors, but we had more than 100 of people. And there were participative activities like true or false quiz. Like this. The quiz will be shown on the main screen so that everyone can see. And like this, people could send a comment like this, and they move to an area where they think is correct, and users can express their feeling as an emote of the author. So those avatars close to each other can talk through a voice chat like that. As it is a 3D voice chat, you won't hear the voice when you left the group, and you can talk again by getting closer again. With that 3D voice chat, multiple different groups can talk in the same space without being disturbed by other groups. And we have many other different types of inquiries from various customers, such as university, tour company, broadcast station, general retailing company, ID vendors, and so on. We are developing a platform to create an event to provide our platform for various customers, both in Japan and overseas. So this is my name and contact information. If you are interested in hosting a virtual event, or you have any question about our service, or you want to know more about details, please contact me anytime to this email address. And due to the COVID situation, various events are held online these days. Under that situation, more visitors can be expected regardless of transportation and size of the venue, especially in international events. So I believe it is very meaningful for participants to walk around the venue as an outer and communicate with others rather than just listening to the conference. And XR Cloud is developed specifically to make that possible. So I think it is one of the best options for anyone considering hosting an online event. And we are also preparing a package plan. That's how we call it. That is offer at a much more affordable price than making everything from scratch if you are in the same content as the events that we held in the past. So please do ask me anything about your plan or your question. English is of course welcome. I will translate your message to other sections if I need it. So thank you very much for your attention. This is all for my presentation today. Thank you.
Thank you, Shiro-san. And if you have any questions or proposal to Mono I, please contact him. Okay, so let's go on to the next third speaker of this event is Ushiro-san from ambr. Thank you very much for coming today, Ushiro-san. So please go ahead.
Thank you. I'm sharing my screen. Okay. Okay. Good morning in Japan and good evening for North American audiences. I am Tomoko from ambr and I work as a producer being in charge of global PR and project management. So today I would like to give a presentation about ambr and this is the agenda. First, I will introduce basic information about ambr and then move on to what we aim for through our business. And in the final part, I will deep dive into what kind of project we actually do by showing some recent examples. I will have some videos towards the end of the presentation, so please stay patient. So company profile. The company is called ambr, as I've been saying. And as a Metaverse creative studio, we develop a Metaverse for corporates, collaborating with various intellectual properties around the world. And one of the biggest projects we've done so far includes a Tokyo Game Show VR 2021, which was the first VR site for Tokyo Game Show that is among 3 major game shows in the world. And ambr was established in 2018, so it's been about 3 years. And our physical office is in Tokyo, Japan. And some of the main shareholders are top-tier venture capital Andy, Dentsu Group, which is the biggest advertising and media conglomerate in Japan, and a leading 3D CG studio modeling cafe. These are some pictures I took at the office. As a Metaverse creative studio, we have lots of VR headsets at the office. Talking about our executives, we have highly skilled and experienced professionals in each field. Our CEO is Mr. Takuya Nishimura. He's not a big fan of showing his picture, so it's a very cute avatar, but he's a real human. And after graduating from the University of Tokyo's Faculty of Law, he worked at Inspire Corporation, where he was involved in private equity fund management and new business development projects for a large corporation. And in 2018, he founded ambr. Our CDO is Mr. Yusuke Fujita, and he is a Unity engineer who has been engaged in the development of VR applications for more than 5 years. And our Chief Experience Officer, Kana Banjo, is one of the most prominent virtual architects in Japan. Let's move on to what we aim for through our business. Our mission is the world is a playground. We really believe in the potential of this world. So we think that the world will become more interesting, happier, and richer place if everyone continues to seek and enjoy what they like and what they find interesting. So ambr exists to make such a world a reality. So with the power of technology and creativity, we will continue to create new experiences, generate excitement, encourage encounters, and expand the world where everyone can enjoy our life with enthusiasm, just like how we used to passionately play as a child. We also believe that in the future, each and every one of us will have our own virtual world. Just as the future has come where every individual and company owns a website, virtual spaces will surely become an indispensable part of every human being. And this is not a distant future. As of 2021, there are already several virtual space services with more than 100 million monthly users, such as Roblox and Fortnite, and top artists' live performances in virtual spaces have also recorded millions of simultaneous connections. So the advent of the metaverse era is an irreversible change. So what will be the role of ambr in the metaverse era? Since its establishment, ambr has been working on the creation of virtual spaces with user experience as the first priority. So all the systems and graphics are designed to create the best user experience. Our aim is to become a world-class metaverse company representing Japan, which creates the best virtual space experiences in the world. So as the Metaverse Creative Studio, what do we exactly do? I guess that's the question everyone has. As I mentioned, ambr is a Metaverse Creative Studio. We work with clients to create new virtual spaces in Metaverse that have yet to be seen. And here there are 3 key points. Everything for user experience, uniqueness on a solid foundation, and co-creation of the next standard. The first 2 features I will explain more in later slides. So about the co-creation of the next standard, we always work together with our partners to co-create new and sustainable businesses that utilize VR technology. So our focus is not on implementing one-off campaigns, but on imagining and creating the standard for humanity in and beyond the metaverse era. We also put strong emphasis on working on a profit-sharing model rather than a commission model. So going back to the first key feature of a business, everything for user experience. In any project, we always work with our clients from the first stage and design user experience together. It is because we put an emphasis on maximizing the joy and surprise of users for them to enjoy the experience in virtual space. To create completely new experiences, which is unique to virtual space and goes beyond what was initially envisioned in a planning document, we repeat the process of building, breaking down, and trying out by ourselves, rather than developing based on a set of specifications. And all of our projects are based on a customizable infrastructure platform called ambr that allows us to significantly enhance the efficiency of VR app development. ambr is equipped with avatars, words, communication, and other functions that are essential to Metaverse for multiplayers. It is also a very stable system, so we have completed large-scale events without downtime in its initial version. While covering all essential functions, the system is highly customizable. Without being bound by existing specifications and functions, it is possible to create one and only experiences, meaning dedicated applications with new functions and optimized UI and UX design that could bring out the uniqueness of your own projects. We are also planning to update the system next year by adding some new functions such as selling tickets and customizing avatars. So what kind of specific projects we've done so far? The first example is Virtual World ambr. We released the beta version in 2019 as the first VR SNS in Japan. Some of the contents included games, events, clubs, and museums. As an attempt to create a platform that allows users to access a variety of virtual spaces and experiences like Summer Wars Oz, and Sword Art Online, thousands of Japanese VR users have visited and enjoyed Virtual World ambr. We also conducted a demonstration experiment for a virtual office that can be accessed via PC and VR. This project was aimed at solving the issue of people not enjoying remote work under this unprecedented global pandemic. There were some interesting features such as sticky note function and meeting room function, and we verified its potential as a new business. We also created the virtual store of a famous bar that actually exists in Tokyo. With the popularity of Zoom drinking under the pandemic, we conducted a demonstration experiment on VR drinking as a new lifestyle. And the final and the most important example of a past project is Tokyo Game Show VR 2021. TZ's VR 2021 VR app was co-created with the Denso Group, which has a capital alliance with ambr. We worked from scratch on concept design, a concept, experience, and environment design, and infrastructure development using cross-ambr. Roughly 20 major game companies exhibited their products, such as Square Enix, Sega, Konami, and Capcom. We recorded about 210,000 total users. Average time spent in the app was about 27 minutes. And surprisingly, about 67% of users visited TZS VR 2021 using their VR devices. Now I'd like to share an archive video so that you could have a clear idea of what was TZS VR 2021 was about. So these are some classes from the cast of the game show. And this is the original loading screen. We always customize UI and UX design for each project. And here's the entrance with some famous characters from games. We also recreated some characters and themes from games. You can also customize your avatar and take pictures in the app. This is the core, and this is working. And this is the theater where you can watch social problems with other users. This is a digital area. The site was designed to draw a circle and separate it into 3 areas. So just by walking, you can visit all the areas and check all the tools by different game companies. This is the urban area. That's the TZS VR official shop. And this is the Start One Wild area. You could also type short messages to press for feelings and emotions. So from the beginning to the end, everything was optimized for TZS VR 2021. Okay. So now that you know how TZS VR 2021 looks like, I'd like to explain how we developed the application from scratch. These images are from the early project proposal and the proposal for experience design. At the beginning, we had a rough concept that Tokyo Game Show becomes a game, so we set connections as a core concept. Unlike other game shows, the venue is a circle shape and it's an open space. So instead of visiting each booth of game companies, users can expose to different contents just by walking through the venue. That allows both users and exhibitors to connect very well. We also use the function called a grab and play, which enables us to draw an image in the video instead of going in front of the object. By watching videos and engaging in some other activities, users can also obtain items, so you can also play the game inside the game show. So all of those initial concepts and features of user experience was designed by ambr, because as I've been repeating a couple of times, we always prioritize user experience more than anything. We believe that this is one of the strengths of ambr. And about graphic design, I'm not going to explain the details, but after the stage of concept and user experience design, we finally started creating 3D computer graphics. We refined CZ by repeating the process of creating and trying it out in an app. Oftentimes, I think art and UI is designed without level design, but for the best user experience, especially in a virtual space, we believe that it is essential to follow our process from level design to CZ mocks, and then the final application. So I think this integrated process of planning, production, and actual development resulted in the success of TGS Vero 2021. Okay, so this is almost the end of my presentation, but at the moment we are working on a very interesting project featuring a worldwide known IP from the US. So please look forward to our coming projects. And we are also looking for potential overseas partners to collaborate and create unique virtual space experiences featuring global IPs with enthusiastic fans all over the world. So if you got interested in ambr, please get in touch. Also, we strive to share our project with global audiences more. So if you are the press, we would very much like to be interviewed so that our unique products could reach users outside of Japan. That's all from me today. Thank you so much for listening.
Thank you, Shiro-san. If you have any questions or proposals, please contact her. Okay, so the first half of this event has already passed, and it's gone to the next half. 3 speakers. Okay, so the fourth set of speakers are from VirtualCast Inc. Ichi-san and Hanabusa-san from VirtualCast Metaverse Promotion Department are here. Let's hear it from them.
Okay, please wait a moment. I'm going to share my screen. Okay. Hi, my name is Ichi from VirtualCast Inc. And today we're going to be talking about technology for living in metaverses. So let's take a look at virtual reality and fiction first. Virtual reality and fiction, in most cases, is a huge, vast virtual world created by a single business entity. For example, Oasis in Ready Player One and Oz from Summer Wars. But is this really possible? Can building virtual worlds be fully accomplished by one single business entity? Probably not. Take the World Wide Web, for example. The web nowadays is a huge cyberspace, but it's not made alone. It consists of many web pages made by many people, each with different worldviews, different styles. The same thing goes for virtual reality. Are virtual worlds made by one single business entity with a single worldview really the future we wish for? No. It should be a multiverse of many VR applications, each with their own color. And when we dive into these virtual worlds, we usually use 3D character models as our avatars, our counterparts in VR. Avatars are an important part of your identity in the virtual world. They define what you look like. This is similar to how icons define your identity in the internet. Imagine someone you see often in Twitter. Maybe someone you've only met online, or someone you've only caught up with on Twitter. What came into mind first? Didn't some people come up with their Twitter icons? Now, think about this. Icons are portable. You can use the same icon across many different platforms and services in the internet. But how about avatars in VR? Should your body in VR be bound to a specific VR service or application? Should it be bound to the ideology of the service, disappear with the service when it's no longer available? That doesn't sound like a good idea. So, we need to set our VR bodies free from all constraints and obtain inter-platform portability. But how do we achieve this? This is the answer. VRM 3D avatar file format for VR applications and services. So nowadays, many people are starting to become virtual beings and go to and fro across many virtual worlds. It would be nice to use the same body as our avatar in all those worlds. but you may need to create avatars for each world specifically due to restrictions on each platform, service, or application. This means your appearance might change in each virtual world. This is not really ideal. VRM solved this situation by letting you own your avatar and use the same avatar across multiple platforms. VRM supports this idea by providing intermediate layers and constraints for enabling unified model control from applications. Why do we need this? For example, implementing gaze control of character models in applications seems simple, but it's actually quite complicated. This is because the way of moving models' eyes might be different for each model. It might use bone animation, UV texture, blend shape, or maybe something else. This also applies to any differences present in model data, not just gaze control. When we want to use various models in various applications, it's too troublesome implementing model control where all these differences need to be dealt with. This is where VRM comes in handy. When you use VRM formatted models, applications don't need to worry about the differences in model data. All parameters needed to control the model are included in the VRM file. So applications only have to tell the VRM API to, let's say, move the model's eyes. Then the VRM layer will deal with all differences internally. Until now, we've talked about making models portable across applications, but models should be portable across devices too. Even if you make a high-quality VRM model, it might not be usable in devices with lower performances, or may be unable to maintain high FPS in particular applications. This is solved by using the VRM modifier server. When loading the original VRM model from data storage, the server will dynamically optimize the model, such as mesh material optimization and polygon reduction, according to the user's individual devices, enabling your avatar to be used on any device or application. The server also offers options to prevent models from being stolen, such as embedding digital watermarks and scrambling the model's mesh data. So your avatar will be fully portable with safety. So thanks to VRM, our bodies in VR became portable. But what about items in virtual worlds? Imagine being in virtual worlds where you can use guns. You might be in a horror ghost busting world or fantasy dragon slaying world. In this case, where should the gun come from? Should it be embedded within avatars or maybe contained inside the world? That seems like another difficult question. So from here, I'll hand over the mic to my colleague Ryota Hanabusa. He'll definitely give us the answer.
Thank you, Ichi-san, for sharing with us how we achieved inter-application portability of avatars with VRM. From here, I, Ryota Hanabusa from Spatial Communications Section, VirtualCast Inc., will talk about items. Imagine, in the real world, you bought a water gun. Once you buy it, you can shoot it anywhere you want, be it your backyard or community pool. Why shouldn't we be able to do the same in the metaverse? A gun you bought in the Hollow world should also be usable in a Dragon world too. To do that, we need to define items as independent entities, separate from a world or even from an app. By doing so, you'll be able to possess items in the metaverse. And the fact of being able to possess something yields value in that thing. And that is what we are working on right now. It's called VirtualCast Interactive, or VCI in short, a technology to define items in the metaverse. The goal of the VCI is this: allow people to possess items that are independent from apps by securing inter-platform portability. Please take a look at this short clip. The quadcopter we just saw is an example of an item created with VCI. It is not tied to the world you saw. You can actually purchase and own it. And by owning it, you can spawn it in any world as you wish. And it doesn't stop there. VCI has inter-application portability too. The item you bought in one app can be brought into different apps. For example, an app called Visual, which I'm currently using to render myself as this avatar, also supports VCI. I can use any VCIs as my background, like this. I do not have to have the asset in my local drive. It is downloaded from the cloud on demand. To make this possible, we launched an inter-application asset management service, the Seed Online. The Seed Online allows you to purchase asset in one app and use it in another by logging in with the same account. Let's see how it goes in the next clip. You are in a Hatsune Miku statue shop in Mikuland, and you want to buy this glorious Miku statue. You select the asset to open the item information. It's priced at 4,950 VCC, which is equivalent to around 45 bucks. You then press the purchase button and confirm it. And now it's yours. Open your inventory to see what you just purchased, and you can spawn it anywhere you want. This in-VR shopping experience is made possible by the Seed Online's Purchase API. It allows you to buy items on site and add the items into your The Seed Online inventory. And of course, you can spawn anything in your inventory anywhere you want. So, okay, we are now able to purchase, possess, and spawn assets. But is that all? In the real world, things interact with each other. So why shouldn't things in the metaverse too? For instance, here is a meat VCI. And here is another VCI, a BBQ grill. Can you guess what will happen now? Yes, you cook the meat on the grill. This kind of interaction between VCIs is made possible with Messaging API. Even though each item does not have access to each other's inner workings, they have the ability to broadcast and receive messages in the room. Items created by different creators can also have interactions, as long as they share the same protocol. For example, the creator of this fish VCI is different from the creator of the BBQ grill. But they can interact with each other because they share the same protocol. This idea of sending messages between items can be expanded to more complex things, such as games. This first-person shooter is made with several VCIs: the gun VCI, the helmet VCI, the game manager VCI, and so on. And any one of these components can be swapped with components created by different creators, as long as they share the same protocol. In metaverses that support the Seed Online, you don't have to be a Unity user to be a creator of something. If you have items that interact with each other and a location to place them, an infinite amount of creation is possible just by combination. For instance, here is an empty world. A guy decided to build some walls. Then a girl who just happened to be here thought, hey, this place could make a good map for a first-person shooter. Then there comes another girl who decides to use it as a garage for her quadcopter. The possibility is endless here because everyone gets to bring the assets of their liking. And they don't even have to install Unity to do this. By defining items and allowing items to interact with each other, you can create worlds with combinations. We actually made use of this system to create and run an officially authorized high school where you can take lessons in VR and get a diploma. The high school is called N High School and S High School. We launched this VR lesson curriculum, the premium course, in April of this year. There are around 4,000 first-year students enrolled, and 30% of them chose the VR course and are running using MetaQuest 2. By utilizing various VR apps, including the VirtualCast app, they learn, gather, have job interview practices, and take physical education in VR. And this is happening right now. In addition, we do not hold the footage of all the research and development just in VR. We also bring them to reality in the form of augmented reality live shows.
異世界情緒アニマほらね信じるのでしょう中身はうぞ無情の壮烈無数の火玉連れて時に咲き派手やかにまた一人で眠る
The footage is from one of the AR live shows we worked on. The character was rendered in real time. She naturally blends in with the real world with the help of real-time application of the stage lighting and cinematic bokeh.
その一つではその一つでは僕の中にあるはずなのに声も形もここにあるけれどそれか全てじゃないのよ
Lastly, we, VirtualCast Inc. is the one developing and providing these technologies and services. These are not sci-fi or our vision for the future. Everything mentioned here is live already and run by VirtualCast. Thank you very much for listening.
Thank you very much, Ichi-san and Hanabusa-san. So the next presenter is Tanaka-san from Sony Music Entertainment Japan. Thank you very much for coming, Tanaka-san. Please go ahead.
Hello, Kubota-san, thank you for introducing me, and thank you for this opportunity to introduce Sony Group-wide XR initiative. My name is Shigeki Tanaka of Sony Music Japan. Today, I'd like to cover 4 main points. The first, what Sony Music Entertainment Japan is. Usually I start with this point because Sony Music Japan is a different company from Sony Music New York. Then I'd like to talk about what Project Lindbergh is and highlight our outcomes since 2018 and what we are doing right now in Metaverse space. The first, Sony Music Japan. Our left one is Sony Music Japan's logo, and right one is Sony Music New York's logo. And we are actually people usually think there is a parent-child relationship between us, but we are completely different company because there is. So we originally different companies. Sony Music Japan is a joint venture between CBS Records and the Sony Corporation. The former name of the company is CBS Sony. And Sony Music in New York is originally CBS Records. Sony acquired the company and renamed it to Sony Music. So we have a same name at this moment, but we a different company. And the reason why I usually start with this point is Sony Music Japan has a completely different IP assets in not only music, but also animation and character licensing businesses. And that is another reason why we got into this Metaverse and XR events, because we have a variety of IPs. So this is our business. In addition to music business based on mastering rights, we have an artist management office. And also we have the halls, that is live venues, are located in 9 areas in Japan and 2 areas in Southeast Asia, Kuala Lumpur and Taipei. And we also have a animation production company named Aniplex. That is a 100% subsidiary company. And we also have a licensed business like a Peanuts. Yes, this is our company and completely different from Sony Music New York. And using these IPs, we get into XR space. Next, I'd like to talk about the Project Lindbergh. Project Lindbergh is the code name of Sony group-wide XR initiative. This is truly one Sony initiative as we bring together 7 divisions in Sony. Sony Music Japan, Sony Corporation, and Sony Interactive Entertainment, that is a PlayStation company. And together we have created more than 30 XR, including AR and VR content since 2018. And that includes live action contents, post-production contents, and truly real-time streaming contents, and also computer graphics related contents. As a result, we won Grand Prix prize and special prize at Lumiere Awards Japan for 3 years in a row. On the list this year, Devilman Exhibition won Grand Prix, and Filosofino Dance, that is a dance team, won special awards this year. And last year, we were invited into to a Lumiere Award in Hollywood, and this year it was canceled because of COVID-19, but last year we got best use of VR in musical experience. Those are our outcome. Then actually I'd like to show you some behind the scene videos to shoot live action contents, and this is a special prize content this year, Philosophy of Dance.
8K の VR 撮影をやっています。
This is a 8K VR content, and we believe that this is the best quality video, live action video in XR space in the world. In the last week, we demonstrated this content in XR Kaigi in Japan, and we are happy to have the next chance to demonstrate these contents. So anyway, our approach is based on the our IPs, and so first at the beginning we focus on live, especially music live event, because we thought that was the biggest one except gaming. So Goldman Sachs reports also said that live event area is would be the biggest so business area except gaming in non-gaming area. I mean, so actually at the beginning our approach is from music live event, but in order to actually after creating this content, we have a sort of metaverse so as to so go beyond ad hoc individual content pieces. And in this case, actually, our approach is from Aniplex, I mean, animation IPs. Last year, we had an XR event on VRChat, and that is 48 hours event. And we got visitors from more than 130 countries. And this year, we had another XR event using development IPs. And this event got won Grand Prix at the Lumiere Awards. And now we are having another Sword Art Online event right now until next Monday in Japan. And we are going to extend it globally next February. So this is the Sword Art Online, the first one at VRChat. Basically, we are platform agnostic, and so we work together. Our approach is content, so we work together with any platform, but this time we chose VRChat and development VR event. In this case, actually, we needed to develop our platform by ourselves because we would like to make it ticket sale event, and the VRChat cannot provide such function to us. But anyway, based on our platform, we extended to another Sword Art Online event in Japan. And now, as I mentioned, we have it in Japan and then next February. So we will provide this event globally. So this is a truly XR-based event. We have 5 areas. We put lots of animation-based content into that and some original content into that. And I'd like as many as customers as possible to join this event. So finally, I'd like to show trailer video of Sword Art Online next year global one. Let's watch it. Thank you so much for listening, and see you in February, coming February in Sword Art Online space. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you, Tanaka-san. Okay, so the sixth and the final speaker for today is Kelly-san from Hiki. So let's get started.
Right, hello. Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
All right, great. Thank you so much. All right, so hello everyone. My name is Kelly Martin and I work at the VR firm Hiki, who runs the virtual market or VCAT. So today for this mini XR Kaigi, I'll be talking about marketing in the metaverse. So let's start off with a quick self-introduction. Like I said before, my name is Kelly. I'm the Senior Marketing Manager at VCAT, and my main objective here is marketing VCAT and what we do to English-speaking countries in the West. So I'm originally from San Jose, California, where I lived for 21 years. And then I graduated from UC Berkeley and came to Japan. I'm now living in Tokyo, and I also consider myself an active member of the Metaverse myself. And here you can actually see my Metaverse avatar. So next, let's learn more about VCAT. So VCAT is run by the VR startup where I work called Hiki. It was established in May 2018, and we have two main services. They are VCAT events, which are held in virtual reality, and also a VR development engine called VCAT Cloud. So starting off with a little bit about VCAT events, I'd like to show you more what they're like. So let's watch this introductory video.
Virtual Market is the world's largest VR event organized by Hiki, with a growing total of more than 1 million visitors. At the venue in virtual reality, you can enjoy shopping and conversation with your friends as if you were at an actual event. At the venue, you can experience the unique sights of VR while riding a vehicle, doing a bungee jump, watching a movie, and enjoying realistic communication between attendees. Disney Store exhibited in virtual space. Character stuffed animals, clothes, and miscellaneous goods were modeled in 3D. In this booth, you can actually pick up the products and take pictures with your favorite heroes. It was very popular with our visitors. You can also open the online store from within VR and purchase real goods, which will be delivered to your house at a later date. At Hiki, we enable social media campaigns in collaboration with actual stores. We have made efforts to promote actual shopping through the experience in the VR space. Oculus from Facebook. We have created a venue where you can experience live performances based on the concept of connecting real and virtual with world-famous guitarist Miyavi, who performs worldwide. Miyavi himself also participated in this event from the planning to the execution. At the special VR venue, we performed an advanced production that can only be experienced in VR, such as Miyavi's live performance in 360 degrees from various directions, combined with true 3D graphical effects to enhance the concert. Audi Japan. Audi's first electric vehicle, the e-tron, which was not released in Japan at the time of the event, was tested in virtual space. The drive experience of riding a car and running on the course, and VR customer service where you can receive customer service from a former professional racing car driver, attracted a lot of attention and was featured in many media. 7 & I Holdings. Under the theme of a retail store in VR, we conducted a demonstration experiment to provide new value to many visitors in the virtual space. In addition to reproducing actual stores and shopping inside, we also collaborated with various intellectual properties. In addition to VR, we are introducing advanced technology together with Hiki, such as applying AR technology to sell products that exceed the size, shape, and inventory limits that cannot normally be sold in physical stores. In addition, various companies are exhibiting inside Virtual Market. Artists such as Johnny's Office Kiss My Foot Too, Stones, Exiles Makidai, M-Flow's Verbal, Momiro Culver Z, entertainers such as the Gekidan, Hitori, famous voice actors, popular YouTubers, and others are also expanding into the virtual world triggered by Virtual Market. In addition, popular anime and game characters such as Gundam, Godzilla, Sonic the Hedgehog, and Naruto are already participating in Virtual Market events. In 2021, due to the influence of COVID-19, touchpoints with customers, communication methods, event, and PR methodologies are being questioned again. Now that the environment is changing rapidly, we will introduce you to Virtual Market as an opportunity to take on new challenges. The Virtual Market series will continue to evolve and grow into content that reaches users all over the world. Let's create the best inspirational experience together at the world's largest VR event, Virtual Market.
Yeah, so as you can see, we've done many projects and marketed products for several clients in the Metaverse at VCAT events. So next, let's look into VCAT Cloud.
Virtual Market is the world's largest.
There we go. So VCAT Cloud is incredibly easy to access. You just need to click a link and you'll be sent directly to the virtual reality worlds. VCAT Cloud is web browser-based VR, so people don't need any VR devices or gaming computers to access it. It supports multiplayer mode, including voice and text chat functions. In this picture, you can actually see our mascot, VCAT-chan, in high definition, and she's ready to play a game of soccer. We've also had the honor of receiving several awards, including 2 Guinness World Records, a VR award for marketing, and the overall grand prize at the XR Creative Awards. And here in this picture, you can see our CEO, Funakoshi-san, and the avatar of our CVO, Fio, receiving one of our Guinness World Records. And you can see here that there's been incredible growth in the number of our visitors over the past 3 years since we began. Our very first VCAT event saw 1,500 people, and now we see over 1 million visitors from all over the world at VCAT events. We host 2 main VCAT events each year and have also introduced some hobby-centered VCATs as well. So now, in addition to the general VCAT series of events, we also have game VCAT, comic VCAT, and music VCAT. Just a few of the benefits of marketing in the metaverse include the rich community, the marketing opportunities, and the ability to sell both digital and real goods at these events. So firstly, the rich community is made up of people who practically are living in VR. So these are people who play, they party, and they sometimes even sleep in virtual reality. I've done all of those myself except for sleep, but I should try it soon. Secondly, is about this being a new marketing opportunity, especially to build awareness of your brand with younger millennial and Gen Z audiences. And thirdly, you can sell not just virtual digital goods like 3D models and avatars, but also real life products, including games, comics, and more. So next, let's dive into a few examples of how we can market in the metaverse with its vast amount of potential. So first, let's take a look at the virtual Disney store that we did at VCAT 5. So for this event, we built a virtual Disney store that included VCAT exclusive discounts at real world Disney stores in Japan. And at the virtual store, we did promotions of the popular Disney trademarks, including the Marvel superhero series and their university merchandise. So visitors who went to the store could actually pick up the items, you saw that in the video earlier, and they could purchase them from Disney's online store, and this is just a great way to enhance the online shopping experience and make it more interactive. Next is the virtual Akihabara station, made possible thanks to East Japan Railway Company, better known simply as JR. So at VCAT 6, which happened just a few months ago, we built a replica of JR's Akihabara station in VR, including collaborations with famous Japanese IPs like Evangelion, Chiitan, and Hololive. And there's just something about taking a place you're so familiar with. Like I've been to Akihabara Station many times, but taking that and placing it into VR is very special. And I was so excited to see that. And you can even use your virtual Suica card to pass through the ticket gates. Another example of a corporate booth at VCAT is this one for Audi, where visitors could test drive their first ever e-car, the e-tron. So this was a booth at VCAT 4, and it included live customer service with salespeople at the booth, and it aligned with an international ad campaign that Audi put out to promote their new car. And this was an extremely creative way to do content marketing and put out company updates like this releasing of a new car model. And what could be cooler than driving a car around in virtual reality from your own home? And as you can see here, and also in the video earlier, we actually did make it even cooler by having part of the test drive being through space. And here are just a few of the hundreds of companies that we've worked with, both domestic and international. Our client base includes tech giants like Google, Facebook, and Microsoft, and it spans throughout many industries, including entertainment and streaming services, the audio and transportation industries, and also telecoms and sports as well. Our events also receive media coverage in Japanese and English in the form of TV programs, newspapers, magazines, online articles, and YouTube videos. And just because of the sheer number and variety of press these events receive, it's a great opportunity for companies looking to get press and push their content marketing initiatives. And actually, our latest VCAT event just started today, about an hour ago. And you can access the worlds directly from your computer or smartphone on VCAT Cloud using the QR code in the image here, or you can find them on the social VR app VR Chat on the main menu there. And so I'll give you a moment so you can scan that QR code and check it out yourself. All right, and that is all for today. But if you found this talk interesting and would like to discuss more about how you can do marketing in the metaverse, please email me or send me a DM on LinkedIn. My inbox is open. So thank you all so much for listening, and I hope to hear from you soon. Thank you.
Thank you, Kari-san. And if you have any questions or purpose to Hiki, please contact the email address on YouTube's video description area below. So, okay, a moment. Yeah. I will share my screen again. Okay, and that's all for today. And thank you for everyone for watching. Each company is working on so many interesting projects, and I really wanted to ask more, but unfortunately it's time. We held the event today in a presentation style, but we also plan to hold future webinars in the form of panel discussions as well, digging into each company in further detail. To get notified about our future events, please subscribe to our newsletter link available from the event's webpage or also from the video description area below. And if you want to hear more from today's speakers, their contact information is also in the video description. So feel free to send them emails and ask any questions you may have. And one more thing is about the next XR Kaigi Mini. We will hold the second XR Kaigi Mini on January or February, and next theme is VTuber. Yeah. So if you are interested in what kind of thing is happening in VTuber field, please watch us again. Okay, so thank you again, and thank you for all speakers today. 7 speakers from 6 companies. And we're looking forward to seeing you soon. So bye-bye. See you.